Hey everyone! One question that comes up fairly frequently is from those of you who are starting on your luxury journey. Maybe you haven't actually been into a boutique yet, but you're planning on it. You're saving up for that particular item. You want to go in. You may at the time actually want to buy it, or sometimes I know for a lot of us, we go in because we're saving, but we want to have a look at that item. Is it definitely something we still like? And these boutiques, they can be intimidating. And so I understand the question of, should I dress in a certain way to be taken seriously? Should I dress in a certain way to get good service? And it pains me to say it, and it does depend on the sales associate you get on the day, but it pains me to say that to a degree, yes, I think there is a certain way that if you dress that way, you will be taken seriously. I think the only time that changes is when you have a sales associate and they know you're a sure thing, then you can go in wearing what you want. But if it's your first visit, then sometimes dressing up does help. Now, when you walk into one of these boutiques, or in fact any place, let's say you walk into, in the UK, Currys, they sell computer parts and TVs, etc. When you walk in, salespeople profile you. If two people walk in at the same time, they've got a moment to decide which person is most likely going to buy something, and then they're going to probably aim towards that person because they have targets. Their targets are they've got to sell stuff, or they're in trouble, and everyone needs to eat. They need to earn their wages to pay their bills, which is fair and just and completely fine. So if you get two people, one's in their gym kit and one's dressed up, you might assume that the dressed up person is more likely to spend. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I went into a boutique. Here's an example. It's a boutique where I don't actually have an SA in this particular branch, and how I was dressed at the time was it was very, very casual. It was not luxury at all. I had on some high-waisted loose-fit trousers, a leather jacket, and when I walked in, the salespeople were kind of chatting with each other at the checkout and with some other customers, and there was no kind of welcome when I walked in, which, to be honest, I'm fine with. I am not someone who's stuck up or anything like that. I don't mind, and in fact I quite like being able to walk around the store on my own without someone breathing down my neck. So it worked out for me. But I knew what that was about, because as soon as I made the move to buying something, the tone changed. And the tone was not rude. Okay, so when I walked in, the tone wasn't rude for one moment. It was just like, oh yeah, okay, bye. Whereas as soon as I acted like I was going to buy something, suddenly there was like a bit of a, can I get you anything? Do you want a water? Do you want some biscuits? Do you need anything? And in my head I was like, you're doing this because you know I'm about to buy something. You weren't going to do this otherwise. And I do put it down to my outfit, because on that day I was overly casual. Not quite scruffy, but I was very overly casual, and I put it down to that. So how can you dress? Things to do, things to avoid. Things to avoid, first of all, don't go overboard with it. I am of the opinion that we're all human, and I don't like the whole dressing up thing, but it is a thing, can be a thing. But this is something that sometimes you see quite a lot, when some people go overboard. With this outfit, it's like a matching tweed jacket with skirt. Now, do you know, when the skirt's on its own with a t-shirt, it looks nice. When the jacket's on its own with a pair of nice trousers, it looks nice. But together, it's way too much. Some of you might say Marge Simpson. That's fine. I do quite like this suit, but not when I wear it together. And this look, paired sometimes with a designer bag, paired especially, you see, with like Christian Louboutin shoes, where you've got the red sole, it can be quite an over-the-top look which can actually go the other way against you. And I don't know whether you understand what I mean, but sometimes I've seen it before with sales associates where there is a fine line between dressing up and looking chic and looking classy and looking like you're going to spend something and actually going too far with it. So try and not go too far with it. And actually, this outfit might be one that you're thinking, phew, I don't have to wear that because I wouldn't wear that and it's too over the top. So don't go too over the top in the first place. The second outfit is this, and I want to kind of show how if you go too far the other way, this can work against you as well. Although I am going to demonstrate in a moment, if you're someone who likes wearing leggings and your sneakers, I'm going to demonstrate how you can actually wear those and look on point. But this is another way that sometimes if you dress this way, you can not get the service that you require. And I think again, it just comes down to being profiled. If you are either one of these looks, the one that's over the top or the one that's really underdone, I actually think you can end up not getting the service that you need or not getting the service at all. So how should you dress? I'm purposefully not going to use a designer bag for this because you don't have to. If you're working for your first designer bag, or if you're watching this and you think I'm someone who carries artisan, Italian or French or whatever leather bags that don't have a label on them, this is a demonstration of how actually it doesn't matter. It's about how put together you look. And can I just say, you might be watching this and you might hate every outfit, and that's completely fine. Hopefully you'll take something from this. If nothing at all, hopefully you take something and it helps you. This is the first look. And this is what I would kind of call a glamorous, but not too overdone version of the outfit, the pink suit. So in this, I've put with it just a casual blazer. Either a pair of jeans if you want to be more like that, or you can actually wear a pair of formal trousers. And then with that, I've put with it a nice bag, and the bag I'm actually showing here is Senrev, which is a very well made brand, but it's not like a designer label. And again, I just want to say, you can actually still wear your non-designer bag and still look really chic. Don't feel as though to go into these places you need to have a big label on your arm, because it's not. Very much it's just all to do with how you put yourself together. And then one thing that I quite like doing, because I find it more comfortable, is I like wearing sneakers. So I've put it here with a pair of Alexander McQueen sneakers, although if they're out of your budget at the moment, there's a really good pair that I will link to from Karl Lagerfeld. They basically look the same and they cost a lot less. Or if you don't like wearing those, you could wear a pair of heels or some ballet flats. And it's just a very simple outfit. You don't have to, the clothing doesn't need to be designer. I've just worn it with this jacket here, which does happen to be from Dior, but you can wear it with like a lovely Zara jacket. It doesn't have to be designer. It's how you put it together. And then if you're someone who dresses more sporty and you're thinking, I'm not going to wear a blazer and I'm not going to wear that awful pink outfit, what am I going to wear? Here is, in my opinion, a way that you can wear your leggings and your more casual attire and still look good. So I have put this outfit together. This is, as you can see, a pair of black leggings, and I've put with it, again, the nice bag. I think if you put with it a nice bag, it makes it a bit less on going to the gym and a bit more purposeful of, this is my street style look and I'm not going to play sports after this. This is a look in its own. So the bag's there. I've also put it just with a pair of sunglasses, and I have worn it with, well, I'm going to wear it with two different shoes to show you. If you're someone who likes wearing your trainers, you can wear your trainers. If you're someone who prefers to wear a sneaker, so like the McQueen sneakers that I'm showing you here, this can be a way of giving the whole look a completely different look if you want to look even less sporty but still comfortable. And I've put it as well with a hoodie, and this hoodie is a cropped off one in like a biscuity cream. This hoodie is from H&M. So with this whole look, as you can see, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. The leggings are from Fabletics. The black top that I'm wearing underneath the hoodie is also from Fabletics, but it's about how you style things together. Without doubt, carrying a designer label does help. I have had one of you tell me a fantastic story about how you'd gone shopping in Dubai, you'd walked into a boutique, you were getting absolutely no attention at all, you were looking at something, you were with your husband, you pointed to something and your Cartier watch showed, and your husband saw the security guard notice your watch, look at an SA and do that to the SA, and you said to me it was so obvious, and then suddenly they were really interested in me and they wanted to help me buy stuff. Without doubt, wearing a designer label does help, and it's wrong, but that's how it goes. But it doesn't have to be. If you don't have your labels just yet, it doesn't matter. Don't feel that you can't walk in if you don't have that designer bag. You still can. If you don't like any of the outfits that I've shown and you're watching and you're like, they're ghastly, that is completely fine, by the way. Everyone has their own personal taste, and very much what I've shown in this video is the kind of things that I would personally wear, but that's not to say that you would. But I hope that the core tips that I give about accessories to wear with it, and making sure your clothing's clean and looks polished and there's no lint on it, and your look works together, I hope that that's helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.